Right, next one, question number 35. In a water barometer, now there is a barometer that we know barometer used to measure the pressure. Now they are asking the question atmospheric pressure, and they have given the data. Because they are using the liquids, we can directly take the equation H rho G. H refers to height of the column, liquid column, and rho is density, and G is gravitational acceleration. Now actually you have to check whether these units, numbers, and the units. Now, actually, I got the column in 10 meters, so I don't have to worry. I can directly apply it. And rho is density, and density they have given as 1000 kilogram per cubic meter. So I can add 1000. And gravitational acceleration they have given 10. So it's easy, right? Yes, it's easy. All right, so you will get 1 and how many zeros? 3, 4, 5. Yes, so we can write according to the answer. Directly you can write 5 zeros, but you can see the answer have powers. Okay, so you have to 10 into the 5, right? So which one? And it should be come in pascals, that is the unit of the pressure. I can see that in the foot. Foot is the answer. Okay, let's move to the next few questions as well. Right, 36. Yeah. What is a chemical compound that ionizes completely, not incomplete, completely in aqueous solution and releases H plus ions? You know, H plus ions released by acids. You can see all 4 acids. Then we have to check what are the compound, or what is the compound release H plus ion completely, because we know weak acids they breaks incompletely, but strong acids they break completely. So first one you can see acetic acid CH3COOH, it's a weak acid, it's incomplete, and phosphoric acid, it is also weak acid, they releases H plus ions incompletely, and carbonic acid, that is also weak acid. So here also we get the fourth one as the answer, because HNO3 is a strong acid and it is completely breaking up. Right, so that's easy one. Right, there is a food web, but no animals. You can see only the letters, right? And for this, all of those years, this question is kind of, I really like this question, because children normally they love food chain and food web, and they didn't even think of like this kind of question can come. I really like this question because you have to think, and it seems like there are a lot of good answers, but you have to take the extremely correct answer. Okay, right. Now when you look at this chart, okay, you can see P and Q are the starting points. Okay, so this can be a green plant or some kind of a producer. Okay, there, because that's always the first link of the food web here, or food chains that join. Right, so when you check the P and Q, you don't see any answer described under P and Q. They are checking with the R, U, S, and V. R is a herbivore. Here, this is R. Yes, R can be a herbivore, but sometimes we know omnivore also eat plants, right? So we can feel like it's correct, but there is something like a suspect. This can be an omnivore too, right? Then the U is a carnivore. Yes, you can be a carnivore because you can see it's eating to animals. But yes, it can be carnivore, and omnivore also eats animals, right? So we can't tell exactly. Yes, maybe a carnivore, maybe omnivore. Because it is always like third link, right? Third link, if we think in the food chain here and here, right? So we can't tell exactly. Okay, right. Third one. S is an omnivore, right? S is here. We can see, yes, now the producers, that means most of the time green plants. Yes, green plants eats. And can be a carnivore also because it eats R, right? So, of course, this food web is really till S is an omnivore, right? So, because it shows the producers, green plants, and another animal. So, it's definitely a omnivore. We already got the answer. Huh? V is an omnivore. V is an omnivore. Yeah, we can be a omnivore or carnivore. So that is there's a doubt. We can't prove that from the food web, right? So actually we can prove from the S is the answer, right? Because in science we don't accept anything without any evidences. So here we have evidence in the food web. And then we are moving to the next question, question number 38. Actually, this is from sustainable use of resources, your grade 11 last lesson. Biosphere lesson, you have to go through with that thoroughly, because sometimes last few questions come from that lesson, and your structured question is prepared, mostly prepared from the biosphere lesson. Right. So here, question number 38, you can see sustainable use of resources and use of renewable energy resources. So you have two types of things to consider. One is it should be sustainable use. The other one, renewable energy resources. Okay, sustainable use means you have to think of the future generation. right? Future generation, whether they have resources to use, or are we destroying the resources for them? Are we going to keep a good world for them? Okay, so sustainable use means we think the next generation. And renewable energy resources means even though we use those energies tomorrow, also in future, also we get the same bulk of energy, right? Okay, we have to go through with the questions. Waste management, you have to manage the waste products properly. Otherwise, it polluted the environment. Then the future generation will be get affected from that. So yes, under sustainable use, you have to think of the waste management. And production of electricity by wind power. Yes, wind power is a renewable energy source. So you can take that as the answer, but we go through with the other answer parts too. Reforestation. Reforestation. Reforestation is reforestation, okay, but it's kind of and production of electricity by coal. Coal, of course, it's not a renewable energy resource. Coal, it's taking long time to get coal. And reforestation, somehow now you are cutting off the forest is deforestation. And reforestation, you're planting, okay, you can take, but the other part you cannot take. And the converting marshlands into cultivable lands and production of electricity by solar energy. Marshlands into cultivable lands. It's not comes under sustainable use. Sustainable use, the first part, it's hard to take. But the second part, renewable energy resource, yes. Solar energy is a renewable energy resource. And minimizing food mile and production of electricity by mineral oil. When you see that, you can see mineral oil is not a renewable energy resource, and minimizing food mile is a good one, but not the other one. Okay, so actually we can see the first one is the answer, right? So the first one, I take this as answer because that's a matching part, right? We are moving to the question number 39. Which option indicate the chemical species affecting environmental crisis? Ozone layer depletion and acid rain and eutrophication. Eutrophication means the water body surface, they are growing algae. So most of the time, algae are growing because of the phosphate and nitrates ions. And acid rains, of course, nitrogen oxides and sulfur oxides, gases, and ozone layers, chlorofluorocarbon and nitrogen oxides, those are affecting for that. So in biosphere lesson, of course, you have to think of these, the ions and the gases, everything. Okay, and then you can summarize your answer into the questions. Okay, now we'll think ozone layer depletion. When I take ozone layer depletion, of course, I can take CFC. Yes, I can take CFC and NO2 and NO also, right? So all four, like it's matching by, right? And acid rains. For the acid rain, of course, sulfur oxides and nitrogen oxides. Okay, then the first and seconds. Okay, yeah, first and second we can take. Third one you cannot, and fourth one cannot, because the first one, ozone layer depletion, this is not matching, right? So the first and second. So now we have 50-50 chances. Okay, we go for it. And then the eutrophication is phosphate ion or nitrate ions, but not the carbonate ions. So when it comes to that, the second one is the answer, because the first one has carbonate, second one has nitrate. Yes, nitrate is the effect for the eutrophication, right? And the question number 14. Question number 14 comes again from the biosphere lesson. So in this paper, in this year, they have targeted a lot of things in the biosphere lesson, from the biosphere lessons, from 37, 38, 39, 40. So 4 questions asked. Okay, so most probably the structured question might be then kind of different, I guess. Right, okay, 40th one, the last question that we are going to discuss. Select the pair with inversely proportional relationship. Inversely proportional means when one factor goes up, the other factor should go down. So we have to check concentration of greenhouse gases if high, atmospheric temperature also high. So there's a relationship and like both goes up. So it is not inversely proportional. It is proportional. So here question asking inversely proportional. Food mile and carbon footprint. I can't see any kind of a relationship among these two. And deforestation and desertification. Deforestation and desertification. Deforestation is cutting down tree, and desertification. Okay, we'll go for it. Desertification. Desertification. Okay, what is desertification? Right. Desertification. Now you can see the change of the ground condition making unsuitable for the plant growth. So actually, if you cut down the trees, the ground condition is unsuitable for the plant growth. But deforestation, greenhouse effect, salination, and natural causes, right? Then it can be, now deforestation when increases, desertification also increases. But the fourth one, Okay, they're asking inversely proportional, right? Emergence of invasive species and the biodiversity. Emergence of invasive species means there are some plants and animals, if we grow them or if we put them into the environment, they are harmful for us. So invasive species, if it is increased, biodiversity definitely decreases because they are harmful for each and every one. So it can be reduced biodiversity. So this is the correct answer. Yes, we can get this as the answer. Okay, right. With this, we finished the year 2022 O-level MCQ paper, and we have gone through many number of lessons in our syllabus, right? Okay, so we'll go to another year of a paper in another video. Until that, bye-bye.